I have a new Trump VP pick. I think it's Elise Stefanik. We're going to start there. I'll build my case throughout this video. But welcome to Doug in Exile. I'm Doug TenNapel. I'm a barely literate comic book artist, just so you know my bias. We just try and have a good time with the news and give you own positive, hopeful reasons, real reasons why Trump is going to win this fall 2024 to be the next president of the United States. Let's go.
Lastly, no doubt about it, you've emerged as a national figure on pure performance, especially when you see how prepared you are for a lot of these meetings, these hearings, and the fact you're in leadership. And you've won the respect, I know, of President Trump.
So this is Elise Stefanik out of New York. Brian Kilmeade really is right. She is so impressive. She really did get where she is just on performance, not being a showboater. Performance. She just destroyed the president of Harvard single-handedly. This lady did. Super impressive, professional. Listen to how clear she is. I'll tell you why I think Trump is leaning toward her.
Are you officially somebody that he has spoken to about possibly as a running mate?
I'm not going to get into the conversations that I had with President Trump.
That's not a no. If she knew that it wasn't going to be her, she would say, I haven't talked about it with him. She said, I'm not going to get into a conversation with him. So they've had the conversation. I believe Trump knows it's her.
We speak frequently. I've said for a year now, Brian, I'm proud to be the first member of Congress to have endorsed President Trump for re-election, the first. And I would be honored to serve in a Trump administration in any capacity.
Trump, number one, is loyalty. She was first to come out for him. She is out campaigning for him now while Trump is out campaigning in Iowa. So I just think early on she was on his radar. She's also super professional and articulate. Listen to this quick rundown of issues. And I'm telling you, I can't imagine Kristi Noem speaking this fast and this well. I can't imagine Sarah Huckabee Sanders speaking this well and this fast. And those are the other two alternates to Stefanik who I think are in the running.
But I will tell you right now, we have a lot of work ahead of us. We have a lot of work ahead of us as House Republicans. We're the last line of defense between single-party Democrat rule. I'm honored to serve as the House Republican Conference Chair. And most importantly, I represent my district every single day. And look at the scandal right now with the Secretary of Defense. I represent thousands of troops from Fort Drum, the 10th Mountain Division, who are deployed in the Middle East right now. It is unacceptable that you have a Secretary of Defense who is not transparent with the White House. So I'm looking forward to being active on that issue to deliver accountability and transparency. And I called for his resignation.
So you want him fired?
Absolutely.
That gal is a force to be reckoned with. You'll see, we're going to get to a Trump interview at the very end of this thing on Fox where he talks about his vice president pick. Here's Rand Paul demolishing Nikki Haley.
I'm not yet ready to make a decision, but I am ready to make a decision on someone who I cannot support. So I'm announcing this morning that I'm Never Nikki. And if you go to nevernikki.net, you can let her know that you're not a supporter either. I don't think any informed or knowledgeable libertarian or conservative should support Nikki Haley. I've seen her attitude towards our interventions overseas. I've seen her involvement in the military-industrial complex, $8 million being paid to become part of the team.
Okay, we're Never Nikki. So now here's Trump in his talk with Fox News where they flat out ask him about vice president. So Trump, he says he knows who he has picked. That means he has talked to whoever he picks. And that means, I believe, it is either Kristi Noem or probably Elise Stefanik, one of those two. I haven't seen much on Sarah Huckabee Sanders, but I believe it's one of those two. So
let me just ask you a follow-up on that about who would be in your cabinet, in your administration. If you are the nominee, which I know you expect to be, who would be in the running for vice president?
Well, I can't tell you that really. I mean, I know who it's going to be.
Give us a hint.
We'll do another show sometime.
So Trump knows who it's going to be. He's also already asked her, is what it means, her or him. And so they know. And I'm just saying, who's acting that way? Kristi Noem is, and so is Elise Stefanik. So we're going to narrow it down to that. I'm going to lean towards Stefanik. That's just who I want. And I'd be fine with Kristi Noem too. I just think Kristi Noem is not as impressive as Elise Stefanik's accomplishments. I also think Marsha Blackburn would be interesting too. But anyways, let me know what you guys think in the comments below. I'm Doug in Exile.